to today's podcast. We have Paul,
Hello, my name is Paul.
we have Dean.
Hello, my name is Paul.
Now we
Yes,
have
dude.
Jim.
Hello, my name is Paul.
I hate all of you.
We have become robots today, and we will be reading off a script.
Oh shit! I forgot my script.
In
Hold
your
on. Let me hold on. Let me get it.
We went through this right before the podcast.
Oh,
Come on, Paul.
hold on. All right. Which page?
In your programming, Paul.
69.
69. Oh shit! All right. All right.
For those of you who followed us this far, it's official. We've been going off of scripts this entire time.
Mm-hmm.
We're just really good actors.
Are we good actors or are they just bad scripts?
No, they're good scripts. Even this argument is a script.
Oh!
It's all scripted.
What?
Oh my god! That's
Word
all
for
a lie.
word. We don't even improvise. It's all down there to the latest detail. All the debates you've seen, all scripted as well.
Mm-hmm. All of it. All of it.
And
All
then
of
for today's special podcast, we're actually gonna be listening to you guys talk to us.
That's something I can get behind. That sounds amazing. I'd love
Which
to
is
hear
also scripted, by the way. All the questions you guys are shitting us are all scripted as well.
Mhm.
how deep does this go?
So we got the underscore Nincompoops asking, so Paul, how
Hello.
often do you shave your legs?
How often do I shave my legs? I'd say probably once a month, maybe 2 times a month, but that's like if I'm like noticing it more. But usually just once a month, maybe.
Apart from like haircuts, do you guys maintain your body hair, whether it's like like facial hair, like on your torso, on your legs, or armpits, or anything, or
Yeah.
even your
pubic hair.
even your pubic hair, like anywhere? Do you guys maintain that at all? Or you guys just let it be and let it grow?
I maintain mine.
I maintain mine too.
Like to what degree?
Like for my stash and my little stubs of beard, like I pluck it,
You pluck
and
it.
then yeah, it takes a while, but
You don't do any like traditional shaving or anything. You just pluck.
nah, I just pluck.
Really?
I pluck and then it takes longer to grow back. And then I'm like, all right, cool, less work to do later.
Yeah, but how long does it take to pluck all of it though?
About 15-20 minutes.
Huh.
Yeah,
That's pretty fast.
That is pretty fast.
yeah. So
I thought it'd be a lot longer.
now with tweezers, I just take like a few strands at once, and I just like rip that shit off.
Do you
That's
does
very
it?
painful.
Do you not have much to pluck? Is that why it's faster, or is it like, or what?
Yes, it's like so like for my stash, it's like for some reason like the sides grow a lot quicker. So from the outside going inwards, it goes quick to slow. So the moment I see the middle part starting to grow, I'm like, all right, I gotta start plucking everything.
So you can grow like a sideburn, but you can't grow like a full like beard or mustache.
That reminds me of like the hairstyles you'd see like in the 1800s or something.
Yeah, so it's kind of weird how it grows pretty quick on the sides, but when it comes going towards the middle, it grows slower. So it's like interesting. So once all those, and then with the tweezers, it's like kind of easier. Like I just grab like a clump of it, and then I just like rip that shit out. And then
Yeah.
there'll be slight bleeding, and then I'm like, oh man. But it's whatever.
Oof,
I just continue.
Bleeding. I don't know if I ever had bleeding whenever I plucked my hairs, but it's not like something I dedicate to. It's just something I do on the side when I'm just waiting for something, or if I'm watching a video, I'm just like, I guess I'll pluck, even though it's probably not good for my face. I just do it subconsciously.
Oh,
The worst that can happen is like ingrown hairs. I don't think
Yeah.
anything too bad can happen other than that.
Yeah, when you pluck, I believe you look at the way it's pointing, and you gotta pull the opposite way or something like that. But I get
to be-
lazy to examine that, so I just
I always forget the same way or opposite way? Because like one of them makes it worse. The other one, if you do it right, it's okay.
The only thing I know for certain is if like with certain razors, if you shave a spot multiple times in a row, it does this little micro cuts into your skin to where if a hair does grow back and it does like curve back into your skin, while that skin is still like healing over a little bit, the hair could like grow back, like turn back in, and then your skin could like heal itself over that hair, and that what causes like ingrown hairs. So
Yeah.
depends on like the razor, and if you shave multiple times in a row in that spot, like quick successions. That's all I know. I don't know about plucking though. So yeah. Yeah.
But
I used to
what-
pluck in high school because there weren't a lot, so I would just like pluck them really fast, and then But as I got older, plucking takes forever, so I just started shaving them.
This is gonna be a really weird question, but do you guys ever have like those one like specific hairs or spots that you're like you just try to like pluck and get rid of? It's like a very specific hair that always grows in the same spot. You can try to get rid of it, like depending on like it's on your face or on your chest or whatever, what have you. You guys ever had that?
I can't really grow body hair very much. I guess it's my Asian genes, but I have one hair out of I think it's my left nipple, like it's just one spot there where the hair always grows, and then
Yes.
because I don't look at it all the time. It just grows whenever I do see it. It's like long, so I just pluck that out. Then it's kind of annoying, I guess, but
Yeah, I'm the same thing, down to like the nipple thing. Not the left nipple, but my right nipple. But there's this like one specific spot on that nipple where I'm like, I have to like pluck it or get rid of. Otherwise, I'm gonna like be super distracted, and that's all I can focus on. So I'm just like trying to like pull at it with like my nails, even though it's like super short and it's like a micro hair and I can't pull it out. But like I know it's there, and sometimes it grows out a little bit.
yeah.
Right.
Once I notice it, that's all I can think about too. Like
Yeah.
I'll go a while without seeing it because I just forget. But then whenever I do, I'm like fuck, I got rid of it. Yeah.
And for some reason, like I have like I could probably use like some tools or like the specific like clippers that you can like pull out that's specifically made for hair. But for some reason, like I'm thinking to myself, it's more satisfying though if I just pull out with my fingers or my nails. And if I use a tool, it just doesn't feel right. It just doesn't feel as satisfying. I don't know why. It's just like I have to use my fingers to do it.
Would you ever consider like using a lighter to burn off the hair?
No. One, because it's
No.
like super short, and two, I want that satisfaction of it just like that little pluck of it was coming out.
I have an old acquaintance who told me he used to like burn his toe hairs because it creeped him out, growing hair on his toes, and then like
Why burn it though? Why
I
not
like-
just shave?
Yeah.
I was like, that's
I
kinda
get it if it's like
weird.
long and you wanna like trim it, but then if you wanna go like to the skin, that sounds really fucking stupid.
That sounds really dangerous.
And then
Yeah.
I was like, don't that shit burn your toes? Like, and he like, no. Once you get a good gauge on how far the heat goes, you're good to go. I'm like, what the fuck are you on?
What if
bro?
what if your skin's like hella oily, so you just fucking light yourself on fire?
Hey, no more hair for him.
Yeah,
I have like oily skin, I think, so it's not the go-to for me. I don't know if I have oil on my feet
mhm.
as much as on like my face or whatever, but
I'm not risking it. Even though I don't think I have that much oil either, but I'm not risking anything.
Mm-hmm.
Might as well use my fingers, or like at the very worst, get like a razor or something.
Hmm.
Not even like at the very worst. I just use a razor. It's like that's how it is.
Yeah, if it's like on my toe, I'll use a razor on that. Better that than fucking risk lighting myself on fire.
Yeah, it's not even that bad. I don't know if I ever grown pimples on my toes before, so or like any ingrown hair. So it's working so far.
Yeah.
Same.
But yeah, as for like other, besides like facial hair or like toes or whatever, and I already mentioned like my legs. I do shave my face every 2 to 3 days. I actually shaved mine this morning as well, and I might do it again on Friday since on this coming Saturday I'm going to be taking my physical fitness test. It's not on Sunday apparently. It's going to be this Saturday, so it'll be a lot of fun on that.
Yeah, I used to shave every day, but now it's like it's like whatever.
Eventually, you just got lazy. You're just like, I'll just let it grow out a little bit more.
Yeah.
No
Also, because of quarantine, it's not like if your facial hair looks ugly and all patchy and stuff, you go outside, no one's gonna give a shit because you're wearing a mask or you're staying indoors most of the time anyway. So
I know that some of you guys were like, since COVID started, like I'm gonna just like let this grow out, and it's been some funny mustaches and beards going on with some of you guys.
Well, I can't say for me because I want to grow a beard, but I can't. My 25% white blood ain't enough for me to grow one. And every time I think once I went during the lockdown, I grew it out for like 3 months, and like it came out super patchy, and then it's not. You can't even notice it unless you look up close. So I was like, okay, better off shaving it, and yeah, it's really hard to tell the difference. I shaved it too, so it's like, just don't have it in me.
You're like
one-third
French, right?
Huh?
You're like 1/3 French.
1/4 French. So it's like a little. French? It's a little hidden.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Not that anyone can notice. No one ever went up to me and be like, "Hey, you part French?" And they,
I hear you're white. I heard you're apparently white in bed though.
That is true. I am.
It's not what you think it is. It's not as dirty as you think it is, or what I thought it was, or what Jim thought it was.
It is not.
No, it's not so exciting.
But hey, if that story ever comes up, when it's time for us to tell dating stories or something, it'll come up. Okay.
Sure. Yeah, the facial hair, the most noticeable ones were like Dean and Jeffrey. To my memory.
Yeah. Yeah, Asians, man. I guess Dean can grow one better. I haven't seen how long he can grow his, but the Asians just can't grow facial hair. It just sucks. I get it. If you want to grow a beard, it sucks. But if you don't care for it, then it's good because you don't.
I don't know. That emperor from the Disney Mulan movie had a pretty good facial hair. I'm saying
it probably took him a couple decades to grow that. Okay,
yeah, it probably took him his whole lifetime.
Not gonna lie, if I was able to grow that, I'd be pretty content.
Same, I would too. I don't know if I would ever get that far, but I like to think I would love that kind of facial hair, that giant ass beard. I could strangle people with that. Imagine.
You could just braid it into a rope and then just strangle someone with it.
This reminded me of like Rapunzel bits where instead she has really long hair up there, it's really long down there for some reason.
Yep.
It's like, climb it up. Here's a rope. Some freaking cyanide and happiness, or yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't read those comics in years, except for I think I have it on Instagram maybe, but that's it.
Yeah. Although, even though I can't grow facial hair, whenever I do shave, I really enjoy the fuzzy feeling when you touch wherever it is you shave. It feels really nice, even if it doesn't last very long.
Fuzzy. I don't know if it's fuzzy for me, but it's just after I shave, it's just it's so smooth.
Yeah.
It's so clean.
Oh, I don't get that. I just have like the fuzzy small is it you don't get it at the root, but it's it's on your skin still, so it does feel pretty nice. Yeah, kind of stubby. I don't know how to make it skin because I haven't used shaving cream, so maybe that's the secret. But
shaving cream does help the hairs grow up a little bit straighter, so it's easier to cut.
Mm-hmm.
And that also just helps tracking where you already shaved before. But that's it.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never gotten the smooth thing.
Maybe due to your razor, because I use a double-edged safety razor for mine, one of those old-fashioned shaving blades.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I use, and I get a pretty deep shave every time. So after I'm done, it's so smooth. It feels like it ain't getting any deeper. The only way I could get deeper is if I literally cut into my chin, and that's not happening anytime soon.
Cut and pluck out the fucking hair.
Mm-hmm. Do some kind of weird self surgery just to get the hair, but no, that's as deep as I'm getting. I'm satisfied. every time. It just feels so good.
I use whatever the Gillette, whatever they have. Works fine for me.
Do you guys do anything with your armpit hair? Like, do you guys trim it or shave it at all? Do you guys what do you guys do?
I shave mine every now and then, probably like once every couple weeks.
I started trimming mine. It just feels better. It was really long.
You leave like a little bit of hair, mine.
Yeah.
I go all the way. I like shave it completely, just because it looks. I don't know. I just don't like the look of hair on my armpits.
I used to pluck it completely, and then like it get itchy for a few days, and then I'm like, I'm tired of this being itchy, so I started like trimming it too.
I shave mine while I'm in the shower, and I don't have any itchy feeling.
For me, I'm with Kenny on this one because I tried shaving it once because once it gets long, it's like really uncomfortable and annoying. But and then I shaved it, and then it felt really smooth and nice. But then when it starts growing back, it gets super itchy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I started trimming mine as well.
Well, I was in Liberty. That's why
I must have gotten lucky because mine never itches when it grows back. The worst thing that probably would happen would just if like there's like an ingrown hair, but that's it.
Yeah, as with like shaving in general, which is really annoying. But
but even that doesn't happen often either. So
yeah, I just
it's good for me.
Yeah. Do you guys get like body hair over like your chest and back? Do you guys have that? Because I don't have that except for like a certain part of my belly, but that's about it.
Yeah,
I
belly.
don't.
Which isn't very much for me. But,
I think there's some on my chest, but they're like really small.
The only thing on my chest is just like the nipple hair. That's it.
Yeah,
and for the belly is just like from the pelvis down.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think Asians don't get this as much, but then whenever I see like really hairy chests where it's like all over like the chest area and kind of trickles down to like the rest of the torso, I think that looks really. I get some people are into that, but that makes me feel not disgusted, but I'm like, damn, you should shave that, dude. That looks wrong. 'Cause I don't know. It looks really really weird to me.
It's not like super weird to me. I'm just like ambivalent about it. I'm like, it's whatever.
Yeah.
Or I'm just at worst it'd probably be like, I'm just not a fan of it. That's it.
It
Like,
doesn't bother me at all.
But I reckon it probably looks like a pain in the ass to shave, in my opinion. But I don't know how fast the rate is of like chest hair growth is.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not a fan of chest hair, and then back hair it can get like a little much, but but I don't have that, thankfully.
I don't have that either.
And then do you guys manscape at all?
Yeah.
Down there, yeah.
Yeah. How often do you guys do that?
Whenever it gets really long.
I do it as often as I shave my legs, or trim my legs.
It takes a while to grow, so I just forget, and then like, oh, okay, it's long.
Yeah.
Time to manscape again.
Yeah, I just did the same time so that whenever I do my legs, because usually I just do it in my bathroom. I'm just like shaving my legs. Like, well, my pants are already off. Might as well like do the same thing. Except I have like a separate razor specifically for my public hair.
How do you deal with your ball hair? Because that's the part I fucking hate. Because I have to pluck those. I can't because I don't have any tools or anything. I have to pluck those, and those always suck.
I just pray to whoever's up there that I don't cut myself, because it fucking hurts.
Oh, you shave it?
No, I don't shave. I just like trim.
Like with scissors or with your fingers?
Scissors.
Okay.
And I pray that I don't fuck up. And Slim Slam, we're one testicle gone. You know what I'm saying?
As I said, I use a razor for that, so I just go all the way down. Funny fact as well. While I'm doing that, I usually find it easier to do if I'm hard. So at the same time, I usually just watch porn while I'm doing it, just to be a little bit more around. Easier to like get to the hairs, and that's it. Because if I'm soft and just it's a little bit more wrinkly, it's hard to get to like specific hairs. Well, for some specific, it's like actually easier to get to if it's soft as well. Because I don't know, for some reason, like if it's hard, it's still kind of difficult. So it's like an on and off thing.
Just imagine your dick, like, you know, it's getting hard. It's like, oh shit, it's about time. Get ready, boys. And then it's just getting
like,
shaved instead. It's like, oh, come on, false alarm. God damn it, Paul.
Exactly.
But
legit blue balling myself.
have you guys ever get cut in your ball sack? Because I haven't. I just, you know, I'm wondering how different, like, how bad is it?
It just stings, and then like once it like starts healing, it's like itchy.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really like it bothers you all the time, and it's just uncomfortable.
I've never cut it either, even though I just go straight to the source. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just like lucky, but I haven't, or I'm just confident my handling of the blade. It's just I haven't cut myself.
I have scissors. Can't see.
Yeah, ever since I learned just like, well, from cutting my own hair back in like high school, it's like, oh wow, it's actually pretty hard to actually cut yourself with these razors. I'm just like, okay, it's probably the same with the balls. So I don't worry about it. It's never happened. So.
Yeah, I think it might be because maybe because of porn, but yeah, I don't like it. I guess you guys are the same way, but I don't like it when you get just like too much hair, because then it's just like, I don't know, it's just like looks weird, and then I have to maintain it, and then
Wait, for you or in the porn?
no, for me.
For you?
I don't care about them. They can do whatever they want. but for me, like I have to, like, I don't know. I have to maintain them every like maybe month or two, and whenever it gets to that point, I'm just like, fuck, I have to do this again, and then, you know, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't stress over it. We're not, you know, no one's gonna see my.
It's just it's not even seeing it. It's just like it's not. I don't care if people see it or not. It's for myself. Like if I see it and it looks weird, then I had to like get rid of it. And then it also is more uncomfortable when it's like more grown out too.
Yeah, I kind of get that. The look thing is just aesthetic. It just like looks kind of funny or looks weird, but that's it. But I notice whenever I'm like beating the wicked stick, whenever I'm watching porn, but I have like long pubic hair, it kind of like loses the sensation a little bit, I've noticed. But if I like shave it and it's like recently fresh, and I'm just like, all right, time to have some fun watching some Pornhub, it feels like a lot more satisfying. It feels like a lot more it's just a lot more feeling, and I enjoy it more.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty nice. So it's I don't know if you guys ever like, do you guys have like a specific spot where you always go to whenever you're jerking it, like say like the toilet or the shower or just like your bed or some other place?
On the rooftop.
The whole world to see.
On a boat, no.
On a boat?
I don't know. I'm not too picky, honestly. Wherever I get the feeling, and wherever I'm at, I just do it.
Gotcha. Because as you guys know, I usually do it like in bed. Sometimes, usually just before I'm about to go to sleep. So after I finish, I'm like, oh, I feel sleepy. I'm gonna close my eyes for a bit. But then in the back of my head, I'm like, I need to clean up though. Damn it. And it gets me out of my sleep. But I noticed in combination, a good wombo combo for me, just feel really great and comfortable while I'm beating the meat, is one, I shave down there, and two, I recently cleaned my bed sheets. Just put in the wash and get some nice, comfy fabric softener and all that.
Yep.
Nice, comfy bed. I am like on a cloud, and I'm just like, oh, this feels comfortable, and I'm just having a good old time. So yeah, that's why I was like curious, like just like any.
I would imagine for Dean in particular, he probably does it in the bathroom, whether it's on the toilet or in the shower, because
yeah, that's true.
He can't exactly late at night, you know, with his brother like a couple feet away, just be like, you know, I'm feeling it. It pulls down his pants, starts like silently wanking it, hoping it doesn't wake his brother up.
I mean, he could if he just didn't give a shit.
He could, but you know, he could just wake up, be like, "Mijo, why can't you jerk in the bathroom?" Sorry, mijo, but when you gotta go, you gotta go.
This is a very comfortable spot. I just feel horny now.
I just feel
It's the thrill of getting caught. I had to do it.
That's weird. That's weird. I understand the thrill of getting caught, but imagine getting caught by your own, like, oh, I've kind of turned on by getting caught by
It
my
could be
woman.
avoided. Yeah.
That's so fucking weird.
But you know what is weird? I don't know if you guys do this. I'm sorry, but I think the whole jerking off with your sock thing. I think that's like super weird. I don't get that.
Oh, in your sock thing?
Yeah, when like you when you're about to nut, you nut into a sock. Like
I
you know,
honestly
the
never
whole-
did that.
because I've never done that. Because I'm just like, why? Like, you know, like these socks can be used. You know, why would you do that?
The only thing I heard about the sock thing at first for the longest time was, let's say like you're in college or you have a roommate or a dorm mate and just like, all right, I'm jerking it. I'm just gonna let people know that I'm doing it. I'm just gonna put the sock on the door handle to let people know. And that's the only thing I knew about it until I heard that people actually jerked off into socks.
Yeah, then you have to throw the sock away, right? Unless like you keep it for some reason, because it's not like you can nut into it again. Because that's just disgusting.
I don't know. I feel as though if you're kind of gross enough to jerk off into a sock, you're probably thinking like, I can just wash it and reuse it.
From what I heard. They
Yeah,
say-
not. But wait, so everyone said no except Dean so far.
No,
Yeah, you haven't done it, right?
No.
Do you know people who have? Because you know
Yeah.
this isn't a question I've asked, so I have no clue who has and who doesn't. So
Well, one apparently, like, it feels good to them,
Ha.
and then the second one is like it's easy to clean up.
What?
but
What do you mean easier to
but,
clean
but
up?
toilet paper or tissues, you know, like those are there too. You know, I feel I don't know.
How's this easier to clean up? I don't understand.
It
That sounds like
captures
it's
your
harder.
I mean, it captures your thing,
And then
and
you can throw
then
away
you
the
wipe
sock.
off with it too. I'm
All right,
assuming.
throw away the sock. I ain't.
And then you throw it
rich enough
away.
to, like, throw away socks willy nilly.
Yeah, exactly. That's the part where I'm like, what the fuck? Well, why do it to a sock? But with with like toilet paper or tissue paper, same thing. Like it's made to be thrown away, so you don't have to worry about it. But with a sock, you're like, fuck, gotta go to the sock drawer and pull one out. You know, then you have to buy socks all the time because you just keep nutting into them.
Buy a condom at that point.
True.
That's exactly what it's made for.
That is true.
Mm.
Plus you buy a condom, walk up to the cashier, yeah. You nod at them, smile a little bit. They're like, okay, my bad.
That's so sad. And then you go home and jerk off some condom. That's so sad.
You go home in instant depression, like, oh,
Oh,
I have
no.
nobody. I have nobody.
Oh.
I mean, maybe you just don't want to have that conversation. That's why you just go for the sock. Maybe I don't know. I don't know how to justify this. Try to play devil's advocate. I just don't understand. It just seems weird to me. Plus, like, for those that do use a sock, do you use like the inside of the sock or the outside of the sock? Or you just like,
I'm assuming it doesn't matter as
long as it's clean.
yeah. I mean, it's not like you're gonna keep it
inside have, like,
anyway,
the
right?
fuzzy bits. So I
What?
reckon it feels weirder.
I mean, okay, if we're gonna optimize sock jerking, okay, I'm assuming whatever is the soft side,
Yeah.
the soft side is what they're sticking it into, and then the less soft side is on the outside.
Like, do you like jerk it while the sock is on, or do you just like jerk it normally and you're just like, oh, I'm about to nut, trying
I
to
think-
throw the sock on?
Well, from American Pie, as much I remember in the movie, I think he had it on the whole time.
That
I mean, it makes sense because like if you're about to nut, you don't have much time to stick it into a sock. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like it's like playing Sekiro because you got to time it. You got to time the stroking, and then you have to time your other hand to
yes,
into your dick. You know,
Yes.
I think.
exactly. I do stroke while playing Sekiro. Exactly. That's exactly a game mechanic.
I think you jerk it with it on the whole time. It makes more sense because otherwise you have to like time that shit.
It's just making me think of like sock or slash carpet burn is what's making me think of. I don't know. Maybe just one of those things like maybe don't knock it till you try it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to try it. I don't want.
Let's say this is good, right? Let's say it feels really good, but you're still wasting the sock. That's the thing I'm concerned with because the sock, you have to throw it away and then you have to buy new ones. That's not very cost efficient, you know.
Or if you want to keep the sock, you have to like wash it immediately because it's gonna get crusty really fast
and moldy or
yeah
things. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But even then, like, do you want to? I don't know. Do you really want to wash your sock that often? You know, or I guess you can buy a couple socks for your laundry fucking schedule.
I mean, I guess you could probably do is that you don't have to like throw into the laundry immediately. Just run to a sink and just like wash out the residue.
Nah, that ain't enough.
Sock,
I can't sleep knowing that I jerked off into a sock I used the day before or something. Even though I just washed it on the sink, you know.
What if it was a clean one?
Yeah, like because then if you clean it with the rest of your laundry, that's the best way you can get like piece of.
No, what I'm saying is that you just like go to the sink just to get the cum stains out or the cum out, and then.
But now you have a wet sock.
It won't get all of it.
It won't. Yeah, it probably won't get all of it, but it'll probably get like 95% of it.
You might as well just throw it in the washer by itself.
Yeah, might as well just throw it in the washer. But then like.
Yeah,
you'll be watching your other non-jerk off socks, and you're like, "Fuck, I don't remember," unless you like get special ones, I guess. But even then, it's like I don't know.
Yeah, but what if you're like short on laundry? You don't have enough.
It's just that one sock, baby. Fucking,
you know what?
Rinse, repeat.
You buy black socks to jerk off into, and then white socks you wear normally.
It makes it easier to see. I like wearing black socks though. It's just
okay. Then make the black socks regular socks, then white socks the jerk off sock. There you go. Problem solved.
I don't know. I feel as though we're just arguing about something that all of us do not understand. I'm just trying to be devil's advocate.
If you like black socks, hey, don't nut into those. Nut into the white socks or Christmas stockings. I don't know. Okay, like.
Or maybe you want to go fancy, like and
go rock your socks off.
There's more than 2 colors of socks. Maybe get like purple or red.
Yeah, you get the red velvet sock to nut into.
It's gonna be a little bit of a tangent, but kind of like a similar thing. When it comes to like red clothing or towels or socks or what have you, I have this problem sometimes. I haven't had this in a while. Maybe it's because I've been losing weight or exercising more, just being a little bit healthier in general. But usually during the summertime, I would get these bloody noses, and it would happen quite often. Like probably like once a day. Usually it happens in the morning when I'm brushing my teeth. Just in the morning, just like brush my teeth, and all of a sudden I just get a bloody nose. Fun fact: I would use I would have like a red towel behind me. Specifically, just because, like, if it's like, my nose is bleeding, fuck, what can I use? Because whatever I use is going to get blood stains on it. I look behind me, I see a red towel, I'm like, perfect. I use it. There's just probably blood all over that towel, but you can't see it because it just blends in perfectly. So, yeah, little tangent right there. Comes with, like, colored socks or towels.
God, I fucking hate. I used to get them more when I was a kid, and now I don't get them often. Maybe at the very most, I'll get one once a year, or maybe once every 2 years or something. But I fucking hate those shits because you had to, like, when it happens in class, like, and you have to cover your nose.
Yeah,
it just sucks ass. It happens to me more over summer too. Like during the winter, I get like congestion instead, like everyone else. But
bro, I get congestion all year round. So
really,
yeah.
My feet just itch during the winter. That's it. I think it's just because like just becomes really dry during that time of year.
And during this time of the year, I just cough like hell. Like I had like really painful coughs, and so I have to meet on Discord pretty often. Because have you guys been having like any allergies or any like
colds or like just being like sick in general as often this year.
No.
For me, just my cough. That
Hmm.
I get more congestion too, but that's about it.
Because I don't know. I usually been pretty good when it comes to like the spring and seasonal allergies, but I've noticed like even this year I haven't been getting it as much. Like people have been talking about like correlation between like everyone wearing masks and how the flu has also been going down as well because
Yeah.
we've been combating COVID.
Yeah.
I know the same thing happening for me even with my seasonal allergies because normally just like I would like sneeze like a bunch of times, multiple times a day, but now I probably get once like every couple of days at most.
Weird thing is, I think I've been sneezing more this year than last year.
Really?
My sneeze
Yeah.
is like a 2-part sneeze. Like I'll sneeze twice. So yeah.
For me, it's probably like 3 to 5 times in a row, and then it's just done. That's it.
You should have seen me right after I got my shot, dude. I was sneezing like fucking crazy. Like it was like a fucking railgun going off like every chance it could. It was annoying. Like sneezing feels good, at least.
That
Like
was amazing.
I'd rather sneeze than cough. I think it's because this might just be internet bullshit, but I think someone said that the same part that experiences pleasure when you orgasm is the same part that gets triggered when you sneeze. Don't know if that's true, but
So by my butthole, huh?
yeah, I don't know.
My prostate.
Hey. Hey,
But it is annoying when you do it all the time. Like once after you sneeze a couple times, and it gets tiring when you're like, oh fuck, it's coming again.
a little bit. The worst
But-
time for me to sneeze is
Better
when
that
I'm
than a cough.
Oh, definitely better than a cough. I get the pleasure thing when it comes to sneezing. It just feels so great, especially if you just let it all go. Whenever I see people do like that little petite sneezes, I'm like, come on, that's
Like that,
fun.
like that.
I'm trying to be cute, or I'm trying to like be more ladylike, or what. Whoever just had like those tiny sneezes, like that doesn't seem satisfying.
I can see
100%.
Paul looking at this lady, and the moment she's like, "Achoo!"
Dude,
I
I have.
I like applaud, like there we go. That's a real sneeze.
I used to sneeze really loud back in high school, and then because I was in RTC, like all you guys, every time I would sneeze, they're like, "Oh, it's that RTC sneeze," because mine are like, "Achoo!"
Damn, they call it the ROTC sneeze.
They called
I've
it the
never-
RTC sneeze. I was
I've
like,
never heard of that.
Yeah, I've never.
really?
heard
You
of
guys?
that.
It never happened to you guys? Okay.
I'll
that's
sneeze
what.
like that, but they don't call it RTC sneeze. They'll just like, oh man, for a small fucking body, you can sneeze really loud. I'm like, oh, thank you.
They said it in their minds. They're like, "Ah, this RTC
Yeah,
sneeze."
they said in their mind like, yeah, that's RTC sneeze.
Yeah, no, I've never heard of it. I just assume like guys just tend to like sneeze like that, or they're more likely to sneeze like that, just like super loudly. Just have those like cannon sneezes.
Yeah. Bro, when you sneeze now with your mask on, do you take off your mask and then sneeze on your like clothes?
It depends on where I am. If I'm in public, I just
Yeah,
sneeze
yeah.
to my mask, and I just fucking
Or like
I
when-
just-
when you're
Yeah,
outside?
it depends
Annoyed.
if I'm surrounded by people.
yeah. If I'm out in Target and I sneeze to my mask, I'm just like, fuck. As soon as I get home, I'm fucking taking this shit off.
Yeah, cause
Yeah.
oh my god, bro. I was sneezing. I was about to sneeze outside, and I was like, all right, no one's around, so I'm gonna take off my mask and sneeze like the shoulder,
Mm-hmm.
in between my elbow,
Yeah.
like something like that, because I don't want my mask to be covered in spit, and now and you're just like fuck, I'm wearing a mask with spit on it, like it's all over.
One
my
thing
face.
I am hoping for after the lockdown ends is that people keep wearing masks when they're sick. That way they can sneeze into those masks, and then they don't have to get all over me.
Yeah.
Heck, I was already doing that before COVID.
I can't.
So,
I can't wait for that. Or I'm hoping that's the case. Like if people go back to normal, then fuck them. Okay, we know what works, and they choose not to do it. Then fuck them.
Heck, people are doing that. People are still doing that now, even during COVID. So
Yeah. But the ones that are wearing masks now, I hope they keep doing it because that's what I'm doing. If I'm sick and I have to go to work, I have to go to class or something, I'm wearing a mask. And If I get funny looks, I'm like, oh, you don't remember just last year or a couple years ago, we all did this shit, and now because this ain't COVID, I'm supposed to stop? Nah, fam.
You know, I wore a mask when I was sick. When I had jury duty, literally near the end of 2019, before COVID started or before we heard about COVID. So I'm already good. I'm already on the ball for that.
There's gonna be a good chunk of people who are gonna like throw away their masks or even burn them. They're like, haha, you will not keep me muzzled any longer. But like that, I don't know. I think that's silly, but
I know.
Yeah, it is silly, but you know,
It is.
we used to watch like horror movies or zombie movies or like, you know, pandemic movies. Like, man, these people in these movies are so dumb. No one would do that in real life. And then we realize, oh wait, the people of this movie is too calm and collected and smart. Now that we look at it now.
yeah. So I remember thinking that when I was watching High School of the Dead for the first time, where I was watching that, I was like, man, people are literally biting each other, and then everyone's turned into zombies. Like, I think it's really unrealistic. There's a bunch of people advocating that we shouldn't harm the zombies. We should just, you know, that they're still fine. And then years later, and I was rewatching High School of the Dead again at work. I think it was like late last year or something, because you know I run out of things to watch to pass the time, and I was watching that, and I was watching that again. I was like, oh yeah, nope, this is realistic. This would totally happen with us in real life. This would totally happen, 100%.
Human beings are both simultaneously very smart, but also incredibly stupid.
Yeah, like the smart people are really, really smart, but the dumb people are just really, really shockingly dumb. Like, it's crazy.
Somehow we're the same species. It's amazing.
Yeah. Don't forget, the average IQ is like between 90 and 110. So half the people are below that.
Yep.
Damn.
69.
That's something to be proud of, Dean.
Yes.
He also ate glue when he was a kindergartner too. He's like,
I would do that thing with you would put glue on your hand and just like let it like sit there for a while before you like pull it back.
You know what's really funny to me? That people, like, children actually eat glue. Cause
that's why we have to use Elmer.
I was like, what the fuck?
I thought that was like a meme or something from way back when. Just
I thought it was
or something
like,
you see in cartoons.
Cartoons, yeah, like Powerpuff Girls, like.
I saw it in Malcolm.
I remember thinking when I was a little kid, like, ain't no one eating glue. That's disgusting.
So like, oh,
yeah, I never thought about eating it when I was a kid, but then it turns out people are eating it. That's why they give us Elmer's glue instead of like the real shit, because people would just stick it in their mouths. I'm guessing one kid stuck Gorilla Glue in their mouth one time and died from it. So they had to use Elmer's glue and make it edible, so that if they do eat it, they'll be fine.
Is Elmer's glue edible? I didn't know that. I just thought it was just a brand. I thought you could still die from eating Elmer's glue. Because
I think okay, this is not medical advice. Don't fucking feed your kids glue, okay? but I'm assuming if a kid chugs Elmer's glue, they'll be okay. But again, don't do it, alright? Okay? Don't test your kids.
Like, I wonder if hey, yo, Bobby! Yo, come eat this glue real quick.
But yeah, I don't know.
That was something else. I was just baffled as a young foreigner kid who just got to America. I was like, wow, these shits happen? Like, kids eating glue is real?
Yeah, kids are dumb as fuck, dude. They will eat anything when they're a kid. Some will eat dirt. Like, they'll just pick up dirt and just, ooh, dirt, and they just chug it in their, throw it in their mouths and swallow that shit.
I don't know about dirt. I do remember, like, just playing in the mud, though. It's like pretending to make, like, mud cakes. But that's the extent of it.
Yeah,
I did something like that too.
Yeah.
I think every kid does that, and that's good for your kid, by the way. For those of you who want to have kids, it's good to have your kids play out in dirt because they expose them to bacteria that they wouldn't be exposed to otherwise, and then it helps them build an immunity. So when they get older, they don't get sick as often as kids who just stay inside the whole time. So Yeah.
I heard the same thing, and I think that's why I probably have like a pretty good immune system because I spent like all of my time outdoors when I was a little kid.
Yeah, when I was like
Like,
4 or 5, that's all I did too. Like,
Yeah.
I stopped once I got my GameCube, which was discussed like a few episodes ago. But when I was up until then, I was playing outside a lot more because that's all I had. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's good for you. Don't if your kids are gonna have iPads, make them go outside, make them touch grass. You know, dig a little
make them
dirt,
touch
something.
grass. Make them make mud iPads.
Yeah.
My first house, we had like a chicken coop in the backyard. It was like a pretty big backyard too,
Hmm.
and yeah, I would just like play with the chickens like every day. Just like we probably had like I don't know how many. It was like 10 chickens or so, but one day they all disappeared. I think my dad forgot to lock the cage, and I think a fox came by and just like ate them all or something.
Man,
So I was a sad kid.
Yeah. I used to
You want
play
some more
in the
chickens,
rain.
Paul?
No, I don't have room. I mean, I have a backyard, but I'm not going to have chickens in the backyard. I'm too lazy. I wouldn't. I don't even know if I would like, if when I live on my own. I don't even think I would have a pet because I'm just that lazy. Plus, I'm
Yeah.
not like ooh animals. I'm just like I just don't get excited over seeing them that much compared to other people.
Yeah. Well, that's when I think all of us can disagree with you with that. But you know,
Yeah,
some people
I get that.
just shouldn't have pets because
Yeah.
a lot of people don't realize how much time it takes into like putting effort into whatever your animal is. Unless it's some shitty pet like I have an iguana, and then you just like toss it food. And you can't really do much with it. But
Yeah.
with like your usual like dog or cat or whatever, even fish. When I had fish, I think I told a story on an episode before. But yeah, even that takes quite a bit of effort to take care of. And I think Dean learned that with Cloud, or maybe a previous pet before him. I don't know, but yeah, a lot of work that you have to put time into. Even a cat, which is a lot more independent than a dog, because the dog is compared to a cat, a dog is really fucking needy. Like it needs like so much of your attention. With a cat, you can let it do its own thing. A cat still requires a lot of fucking work to put into it to make it a house trained or whatever the term is.
Yeah,
And
no,
people don't realize that, so they just should not be fucking pet owners.
Yeah, I realize that. I'm far too lazy to take care of a pet because I do know there's a lot of responsibility involved. So I'm like, I'm not going to do that.
And you just said lose the lizard.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then but the reward that you get from it is what is makes up for it for people. But if you don't have that, Paul, then yeah.
Yeah, I definitely do not. Because even when like I see Cloud, like oh Cloud's cute, but I don't get excited. I'm like, oh cool, it's another like living being. That's it. I just look at it like as another human. Like I don't get excited when I look
I think
at
Paul's a sociopath, by the way.
I
Just
know.
I probably am.
I think he eats cats.
You tortured a cat when he was 5 playing in the dirt.
I did. There was like this one time.
Oh, no.
Though. No. This is
one time this cat came by and then I strangled it and I ate him.
I skinned it when it was still alive.
It's kind of
this is all a joke.
It's kind of like a good story, but at the end it did have like a sad ending. Like
Tell it, bro.
Because it's relevant. Because at my current house a couple years ago, I think it was like either like high school. I think early high school for me. I think there was like one night. I just remember hearing like a cat just like moaning or whining a lot in the backyard or like someone's yard for the entire night. I'm just like, what the fuck? I'm trying to sleep, and I get through the night. In the morning, we find out like, oh, I think there was like a cat that like gave birth, and there's like a kitten here. And I was like, what the fuck? That's weird. But then I was like, I don't know, something about me like, all right, I'm gonna try to take care of this kitten because it's a kitten, it's a baby, so I'm gonna try to take care of it. I would like bring it to the garage. I would try to like feed it milk or something, some milk we had in the fridge.
Your paternal instincts took over, huh?
Yeah, indeed. And then I tried to like wash it because like it was like dirty, it was like filthy. Bring it to the bath to like try to like put a little bit of water, try not to drown it. Bring it back to the garage. I like play around with it, just like try to feed it as well. But unfortunately, our house, our policy, or at least my parents' policy, is like no pets. No, we're not gonna have any pets in the house. So, my parents already knew about the kitten, but when they came to check on me, just like playing with the kitten in the garage, kitten got a little bit scared, tried to like run into the house a little bit, and my younger sister and my dad freaked out a little bit, and they tried to like shut the door right on the kitten's body when I was trying to get in, almost crushing it. I was like freaking out. I'm like, what the fuck are you guys doing? And then I think it got injured a little bit. Tried to take care of it. I think later that day they tried to take it to like an animal shelter, but I think the animal shelter didn't have enough room, so I think they had to euthanize the kitten.
Oh, that's so sad.
That sucks.
Yeah. So I was like sad about that. So I'm like, man, that sucks.
Yeah, I didn't know that was the thing with animal shelters because for quite a long time I thought when you bring it to animal shelter they'll just take care of it until it finds.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
And then when I found out that they literally like killed the or euthanized the animal, like I don't know what the time span is. Maybe it's like 2 weeks to a month or some shit. If they can't find a home for it, then it gets euthanized. I was just like, wow, what the fuck? That's so sad. Like we could, like I thought like maybe we could do something and keep it alive, but
Yeah,
that's just how it is. It just sucks.
yeah. I mean, back then, had I had the chance or had I got permission, I would have tried to like keep the kitten, try to take care of it. But now that I'm older, I'm like, I probably would do the same thing just because like it's like a living being. But I didn't think of it like, oh, so cute, it's a kitten. I'm just like, all right, it's a responsibility. I need to take care of it. I don't have that joy. I just like. It's just, I mean, it's just the right thing to do. That's it. But I don't get.
Well, the thing about pets though is that even though you may feel like that, if you get one, you do take care of it, you might end up being attached to it, and then you develop that feeling of like, oh, this is something really precious to me and really cute.
Probably, because I do remember feeling a little bit sad when I found out that the kitten got euthanized, but I got over it within a day. But then I only knew it for like a couple hours too. So yeah,
No, I got you.
I probably am a sociopath. I don't know.
No, you're not a sociopath. Sociopaths are honestly quite scary people. Like they literally they're people that don't get joy out of social interactions, and so they pretty much fake it, and they're usually really they can fake being someone really attractive, like personality wise, and you just don't know until they tell you that I'm a sociopath. It's really fucking crazy.
It sounds like you're describing Paul.
No, Paul has emotions. Remember the Japan story after he got laid. Okay, that's not a sociopath. That was
that's a dying man who's just like
upset. Sociopaths literally cannot feel emotions, which is the crazy thing. So everything they do, it's out of like just pure logic, but without any like emotion attached to it at all.
What's the percentage of people that are sociopaths? It's like a sizable amount, isn't it?
I don't know the numbers.
I'm gonna search this up. What percent of people are sociopaths?
And then there's people get sociopath and psychopath mixed up. Psychopaths are also fucking crazy people because they're literally like crazy. Like, yeah, but luckily haven't met either of those yet. I don't know which one would be better though. I think psychopath is better in a way because you can stay away from it. It's obvious, but with a sociopath, you just don't know.
Yeah.
For all you guys know, I could be a sociopath.
Maybe I'm getting mixed numbers on Google. I'm getting either 1 in 100 people are sociopaths, or
that's quite a lot.
Or 1 in 25 people is a sociopath.
Oh my god!
So I don't know which one is the correct one. I just literally typed in what percent of people are sociopaths, and I'm different sources are telling me different things, or different links are telling me different things.
Yeah, like no matter how logical a person is, like people will still have emotions, but then like if you remove one of those, either way, very bad results.
According to the Washington Post, about 21% of CEOs are psychopaths.
I can see that. Yeah,
I can see that. I honestly heard like a lot of politicians are also psychopaths too.
I can also see that. Look at you, Pete Buttigieg.
Amen to that. True that. Fucking psychos. You guys were talking about like sociopaths and psychopaths. What was the difference again? Because I look it up every time, but I always forget. It always
So
just
sociopath is basically what I described earlier. Someone that like cannot feel emotions, so they just fake a personality, and usually they're really good at it. And yeah, literally, the primary thing, they cannot feel emotions. They can't feel pain. They can't, like, when a bad thing happens, they can understand that
like
it's
the
bad, but they
motivator.
can't like feel that it's bad. You know?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like, mass murder happens, and then they're like, oh shit, it's terrible. A lot of people died, but they aren't like, oh no, like those lives. A psychopath is someone that's psychotic, so that they can't regulate their emotions very well. So when they get angry, they just lose their shit. Or when they feel sad, they become like incredibly inconsolable. So they don't know how to stop themselves from feeling what they're feeling.
So psychopaths are pretty much just sociopaths, but just can't control their. Oh wait, no.
No. They can feel emotions.
They can feel emotions. They just can't control
It's just they can't control it or regulate it, because everyone, all four of us, I'm hoping, aren't psychopaths. Or I've been friends with you guys a couple years now. Haven't seen signs, but but all of us have filters where if we get annoyed or pissed off or sad, unless it's like an extreme case, like for example, if someone passes, we will lose control over it a little bit. But for most day-to-day life, we can be like, okay, no, this isn't the right time to say it. Or like, okay, I'm feeling a little bummed out, but I still got to do stuff. I'm gonna stay calm, and then maybe when I get home, I'll cry or something. We can control ourselves to a certain extent. Some more than others, of course. Some are really bad at that, but at least it's there. With psychopaths, the filter is like almost non-existent.
Got you.
Yeah.
It'll
So
just
when
go
they
from, like,
when they get a
0 to
sense of
100.
like, I want to fucking kill something, they will find a way to kill something.
Mm.
With a sociopath, if they want to kill, they're a lot more calculated and a lot more in control of them wanting to kill somebody. Yeah.
So it's usually like what mass murders, right? Who would be more sociopaths, just because they're a lot more calculated, or able to get away with it. Especially
Someone
when
like Ted Bundy, he'd probably be.
Yeah,
I think
Ted
he would
Bundy.
he would be a sociopath. Yeah.
Yeah. He normally just one that killed women that looked like his first love or girlfriend, right? That's from what I remember about that story.
I think so. Yeah, and then a psychopath would be someone that they can still be calculating, but it's just that they get pleasure from it. The sociopath would not. Sociopath would not give a fuck. They'd just be like, all right, I'm killing somebody. Hell yeah.
Mm. Probably, yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. So yeah, both very bad, but they exist.
Yeah,
Could be your
Gotcha.
girlfriend one day. Could be your wife. Could be your friend. Anybody.
could be. It's it kind of like dwells in the territory, but like, well, actually no. I'm starting to think about like how some people are like narcissists as well. So I was about to like compare like sociopaths and narcissists, and I realized, I mean, there could be like correlation, but I don't know.
There's similarities.
There's similarities.
The thing about the narcissists, though, that they do feel feelings of pleasure or happiness from people like praising them or admiring them.
Yeah.
And they can get that from obviously admiring themselves and how awesome they are when they do things, or how good looking they are, or how smart they are, or whatever. So not exactly.
Not exactly, but there's like some overlap was what I was thinking initially.
Yeah.
And just add like it doesn't matter like who they hurt to some extent, as long as they get gratification.
Yeah.
It's almost like
so if there were an extreme case of narcissism, would be more of a psychopath than a sociopath.
Got you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. I can see that. Yeah, that's wild. Yeah. I guess I wouldn't. I think I have like a pretty good filter, especially in the past couple days whenever we've been playing Valorant. It's like I like to think I have like a good handle on my frustration, and with the sociopath thing, yeah, I could definitely feel emotions as well, and just like feeling sad when I see like certain deaths or things. I've actually been. Well, I actually watched a video today of like the head of the NRA, Wayne LaPierre, go hunting actually, and there's like some video footage from like 2013, I think.
Mhm.
Apparently, the head of the NRA is a very shit shot, and he's like sucks at it apparently, because he was like going elephant hunting like a couple years ago, and apparently he does not know how to like shoot and kill an animal in like one shot. Like he like shot an elephant, it went down, but it was still alive. And then the guys were like, "All right, shoot here," and he's like, "Here," and they're like, "Yeah, yeah," and then he shoots, and just like the guys were like, "Oh, you missed."
wait, what? Was he
He's
like
going-
point blank or something?
He's like 10 feet away, and it's
Oh.
like on the ground, dying, just bleeding out. You just hear the elephant like moaning in the background, and he shoots like 5 more times, like with a rifle, and just like, "You missed," and they're like, "Oh, you missed again. Oh, you missed again." And then his like, I think his friend who was also there, like, "You want me to do it?" And then he's like, "Yeah, go ahead." His friend walks up, cocks his rifle, and shoots him. Like, "All right, you got it." And then they all turn to like Wayne and like, "Good job, man, you did it. Oh man, you brought him down like nothing." I'm like, "What the fuck?"
You know, I don't know about you guys. I think Kenny would be the most obvious like no for me, or like, is able to do it, but I can't get myself to kill an animal other than like insects, because insects, you know, I don't like, those are lesser animals to me, because you know, if I have a spider near my bed, I'll be like, fuck off, and I'll try to kill it. But if it's like with a dog, a cat, an elephant, even like an alligator, I would have like a lot of trouble killing that, because I couldn't bring myself to
Depends
do
on
it.
the animal for me. Not gonna lie.
It makes me think of that Lord of the Flies like hypothetical situation. Whenever I think of that, like
Yeah.
killing animals for food.
If it due to survival, then
Yeah, if it's survival, whereas like if I'm gonna die otherwise, then yeah, I would still do it, but I'll still have trouble like being like, oh fuck, you know, like having to take a life, like, yeah, I still do it. I just have more trouble doing it than some people would.
Yeah, I'm the same. I think I'd have trouble, but I think I'd probably have a little bit easier time of just like doing it and just like, all right, bring out the little sociopath in me. Just like turn off my emotions. Like, I need this to survive, so I'm gonna turn that part off. But if it's just like for sport, for fun, I'm gonna like, I don't know if I want to like shoot this deer. Just
Yeah. Even if deers are little shits, which they are, fuck deer. But I still would have trouble like killing it when it's just, you know, chilling, eating grass. I don't know what to do.
Yeah. Like you mentioned like insects or spiders before.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm pretty chill. I'm personally chill with spiders. I see like a spider like walking every now and then in my room, just like, oh, what's up? See you again. I just like look at it just crawling on the wall. I'm like, all right, you ain't bothering me. I ain't going to bother you, and just continue on my day. Sometimes during the summer as well, when ants start to show up into my house, or it's like one or two. Usually during that time, we try to keep the house as clean as possible or just like keep food crumbs away as much as possible to stop the whole ant colonies from invading.
Yeah.
But when I was younger and I would see ants, I would like, all right, time to clean up and get rid of all these ants. But now if it's like a couple, one or two, like even in the sink, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna wash my hands. I'm trying to not get water on you ants. But if you do, I mean, that's just how it is. It's unfortunate. But
for me, I'm like, I'm a ant mass murderer, because in this apartment, unfortunately, once an ant finds any crumb anywhere, all of them fucking come, and so whenever I see one, I have to kill it, because I mean, not, because I don't. With that, I don't give a fuck. Like if I kill it, I kill it. I don't think about like the humanity, you know. But but it's just like once one of them finds something, you best bet like a million of them are gonna come, and so I have to kill them all. Like which is annoying as fuck, because you know they pop up often.
yeah, for my household, it depends like how diligent we are during the summertime when ant season comes. Is how many ants show up. Sometimes some years we've been successful where like probably like a handful of ants show up, or like one or two, or some years we're like, oh, we somehow fucked up somewhere because there's like a whole trail in the kitchen. We don't know how it's happening. Like sometimes we forget to take out the trash at night and just like, oh, be lazy and just we'll do it in the morning. And they show up.
Speaking of killing animals, so I'm not a big seafood guy, but I could eat it. But I was watching this one video where this girl was eating an octopus. I'm not sure. Maybe one of you guys sent it to me. I don't know. But this one girl was eating an octopus, and it was still alive, but she was like eating it while it was still alive. And I was just like, why? What the fuck? Like that. That's some sociopathic shit right there.
Was this like during like some kind of like stream or something?
Yeah, it was like a streamer.
I think I heard about that story.
Yeah, she was like, I watched the video and it was still alive and moving and shit. And she just fucking chucked it in her mouth and swallowed it. I was just like, I mean, she chewed it, of course, but and swallowed it. I'm just like, what the fuck? That's fucking crazy. Who the fuck could do that? Because I can do that.
That's some Attack on Titan shit right there.
Like with a fish, if it's dead, I'll eat it because it's dead. But if it's still like fucking flopping around, I'm trying to like shove it in my mouth. That's wrong, dude. Like, it just makes me really uncomfortable. Could you guys do that or no?
No, that's very dangerous.
Yeah.
I like mine boiled.
like with sushi. Like, let's pretend it's not dangerous because of mercury poisoning, whatever. Let's say like it's like perfectly safe to eat it, other than the fact that it's still alive. Would you guys be able to do it?
No, it has to be dead.
Yeah, I think
you, Kenny?
Too.
I think the closest thing I'll eat raw are like baby shrimp.
But like, would you eat it alive though? Would you eat anything alive?
Yeah, or the closest thing I'll eat close is baby shrimp because that's what I had once before. Like it was just like baby shrimp. They were like maybe say half an inch to an inch big, and then like my grandmother made it into like a little salad, so they put a bunch of seasonings and whatnot and herbs, and it was just still jumping around. So and then I ate that. That was
wait, so they're still alive then?
Yeah, so they're still jumping around. Like,
Yeah,
wouldn't you just kill it though? Like, at least.
What is it? Apparently, like it's just this species of shrimp that when you cook it, like it loses its taste.
You don't have to cook it, just like, I don't know, decapitate it or something.
Yeah, but I don't know. So we just ate it like that, and then yeah.
Yeah, I can do that.
It was an interesting experience.
Yeah,
would you do it again, or would you be like, nah?
I don't think so, cause if I'm eating something and I feel it moving in my mouth, it's like I'm not sure if I'll be able to like down it really.
Yeah, I have trouble whenever I eat seafood and there's like a bone. I'm just like, oh fuck, that's already annoying enough to me. But when it's like moving around too, like, yeah.
For me, it's like those rotisserie chickens that have like a bunch of like tiny ass bones that piss me off. It's hard to get rid of. It's like,
imagine if those bones were moving because it was still alive. Like oh.
I fucking cut myself on the inside of my mouth now where that happened. They're moving under.
Yeah, I couldn't find myself swallowing. I would have to like shred apart the meat from the bones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And like pick into your mouth to just like get rid of it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it ain't for me. I would not like to eat anything that's still alive. It seems like unnecessarily cruel in my eyes.
Yeah.
Like, but those baby shrimps just make me think, like, holy shit, how long were they out of water that entire time?
Like maybe at most 3 minutes.
3 minutes?
Like imagine like you want a steak, and so they bring you Betsy the cow, and then they're cooking the cow while it's still alive, and you have to take a bite while it's still alive, and it's all like like twitching and shit. I couldn't do that shit, dude.
It's making me think of like those torture devices I saw for the first time while playing Amnesia. Those like iron cows or iron oxes and whatnot. Yeah. Human beings are fucked, but it just made me think about that. Just like cooking an entire cow and that instead of like putting people in there and roasting them alive, just put an entire cow in there, just cooking it that way instead of cutting it up. It seems rather fucked. Human beings are fucked, man.
Yeah. Like what the way we no, I'm not gonna do that take. Never mind. I'm not doing the based and vegan pill take. But
yeah,
anyway,
You think you'll ever get there?
with the veganism, only
Yeah.
if they can recreate something that tastes exactly the same. Like if I'm able to eat a Five Guys burger and then it tastes the same as like, if if the vegan part is the same as the non-vegan thing, then I would. But the reason,
What if it's like 5% less good or tasty?
no,
Not even?
I am sticking with meat because I get too much enjoyment out of food for me to like change my lifestyle around not eating meat anymore.
Yep.
Yeah.
You gotta get the meat.
Yeah, I mean, when I saw that hunting video of that elephant hunters just like shooting elephants, it did make me consider just like, this is kind of fucked, and just made me think like, is it cruel that I'm eating meat? But at the end of the day, I still ate meat
It's cool.
afterwards.
No, like I
It's
think
not cool to kill
fuck,
other animals.
we're like an hour in. We could do a whole vegan thing another time.
We could.
Yeah, it's just a lot to get into because I think objectively, veganism is morally better, is morally superior because
And apparently it's healthier too.
you're causing less harm in general. But it just comes to like, for me, I'm a utilitarian, so if meat can provide people a sense of happiness they can't get without it, then I think it's better to have it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just totally great with that. But we can do this. We can do this vegan talk another time.
We go into greater detail later.
Yeah.
Alrighty, send us off.
All right. Send us off, Paul. Okay.
Well, I thought it was Kenny.
Sorry, Kenny. Go ahead.
Thank you for watching episode 37 of our podcast. Tune in next week. Episode.
Yeah.
Don't forget to click that thumbs up, click a follow, spread around our channel, maybe sponsor us someone. Anyone?
Please.
Yeah.
Maybe
McDonald's?
even McDonald's.
Somebody.
Heck, even Wendy's or.
I'll take a Burger King fucking sponsorship.
Yeah, I think
even Burger King, and I hate Burger. I mean, I love Burger King. Want Burger King?
Well, definitely not getting that sponsored now.
Oh, especially that Taco Bell. Don't forget about us.
No, Taco Bell I can get behind. Like it knows what it is and it doesn't pretend to be something it's not.
You are the number one Mexican food for me, Taco Bell.
Authentic.
Don't forget. Purely authentic. If anyone says otherwise, send them to me. Other than that, thank you for viewing. If you made it this far, you're a real one.
Yep.
And
Also,
those lurking, you're also a real one because you're still here, sort of.
Speaking of which, our last episode is like one of our highest episodes, like in terms of views, because we didn't censor the word porn or hentai, so it beat out like 30-something other episodes in terms of views. Like,
Damn.
It's weird.
We found a secret. Don't censor. Freedom of speech is the way to go.
Yeah, I literally forgot to censor, and then people are like, "Ooh, it's uncensored. This must be the real Coomers podcast." And checked it out, I guess.
Nice.
But yeah, check out our stuff. All the links in the description below, or whatever. YouTube, Twitch, all that. Same time next week, 6:30 PDT, and comment on our stuff. That's always cool. Thanks, Jordan, for commenting last week. First comment in a while, real one.
What's a comment?
Oh, you said you commented on the title.
Oh.
Yeah, this should be an interesting topic. ... or something like that.
Alrighty. Goodbye.
Later.
Bye.